Here you go.
All right. Top speed. Table set before me, so plus the other side can't ignore me. They just wanna join, say Lord you would change up. Maybe you should flip a coin. They got the trophy waiting for me where I'm going. Put that banner up. The skills here are so intact. I travel to the future when I step back. Hang time like the dock and you might be stacked. But to stop what we got, man, you might need Shaq. They think our confidence is arrogance, but that's just fact. Destiny yelling how we look if we don't scream back who we are. Cream of the crop, the top tier. That's why they beating on the drums, cause the champs in here. Yeah. Oh, just look at this piece. Yeah. We were never getting on our level. We go here, we would never settle. So we raised high here, we call it heavy metal. Giving no breaks, yeah, feet on the pedal, top three. Up for any challenge you bring. See the results of the last group that challenged the team. Efficiency is high when you challenge the ring. Matter of fact, hold his L and clean. You deserve it. We don't just dominate, we serving. No guesswork here, we certain. You see the wins and start flirting. We put a ring on it, where's the curtains? Ready. I'll be saying I'm hungry. Just look at this piece. You were never getting on our level. We go here, we would never settle. Trophies raised high here, we call it heavy metal. Giving no breaks, yeah, feet on the pedal, top three.
Howdy there, como style. Welcome to the Good Faith Show. I'm your host, Andre Morton. And the Good Faith Show is a part of the ATP Network. You can catch the ATP Network on YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, and Twitter. And also, too, on the bottom of your ticker, our slogan, I forgot to mention this. I need to start doing this more. ATP Network, voice for the voiceless. Before I get started, I need to clarify some things. I think a lot of people kind of confused on what this network really is about. Our network is different from RBN or Heartland's Media or Due Dissonance or those. I look up to them. I watch their styles and the way they do the news, which is great. If you watch me long enough, I kind of follow their metric a little bit. I'm not like them, but I should explain this from the jump. Now, a lot of people don't like when I'm angry for some reason. I guess these people love me. I guess they love me. Look, it might be sometimes I might come on here and rage. Just let my rage out. We different. Everybody else, they got their own way of doing things. People handle stuff differently. But I believe that the ATP Network, people, if people don't like you for who you are, or they don't like how you run things, then they can go to another channel. I'm just saying, what I did on Christmas night was not planned. This person just lost their ever-loving mind. So, even that guy, Billy Maud, he was in the comment section, the only guy in the comment section. So everybody always tell Ty President, it's your fucking channel. It's your fucking network. We follow you. Nobody like my ass like that. I'm just kidding, y'all. I'm just kidding. But, yeah, what I'm saying. You might, not gossip, but you might just call out people, I don't want to do that on here. I believe that the right thing to do is handle shit, handle situations behind the scenes. Everybody ain't got to see you and another person, you get in conflict with them, arguing with them. But sometimes, man, it's like you give people chance after chance. They fool you. They fooled me like 18 times. Not fooled me twice. Fooled me 18 times. Like, no, I know this person got disabilities. They had cancer. They've been through hell. They used to be very active. Then the disabilities started piling up on them. Just giving them a chance. You say to yourself, well, maybe they just trying to, maybe they're just upset about, like what life could have been. Maybe it bothers them and they just take their anger out on other folks. But not this time. I think it's a mental thing. I'm not a doctor. I'm not diagnosing anybody, but like I can't do it. Then gonna smear my friend Ty Peasant, Lord Hammers. Like, you see that right there. That's the brink. Like, I don't know, a lot of people said it wasn't a good idea to make those videos on Twitter. I get it. I understand. Like, yeah, it wasn't a good idea, but at the end of the day, man, like, Ty Peasant is our comrade. Like, like she there for us. Why we can't be there for her? You see what I'm saying? So yeah, ATP Network, man, we have professional, have raw and uncut, I guess. So yeah, that's all I got for y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed, and hopefully next week, I don't know if I'm gonna do it or not, people. I guess people been ghosting me a lot lately. I guess that person must have just called me a toxic motherfucker. I don't know. Even before that, like, nobody don't want to come on. I ask people to come on to the, I'm welcoming people like to come on. I know we small, but it is what it is. I want to do a New Year's Eve extravaganza, like a 3 or 4 hour stream. That's about 4 hours. I know most of them, my comrades live on the East Coast. I live in the Central Time Zone, so they live in the Eastern Time Zone. I mean, so yeah, so they'll get to celebrate New Year's hour for me. So yeah, I want to do that. We'll talk about 2024, the good and the bad, and hopefully things get better in 2025. Like, because a lot of people say 2025 starts with WTF, just like fucking 2020 did. So that's not a good sign. And then we got the bird flu brewing up. Joe Biden is not doing anything about it to stop it. So yeah, that's that. So yeah, y'all. Just be on the lookout for that. Might do it, might not. I'll have to talk to them about it. And also too, as a co-founder founder of the ATP network, I haven't been up to my standard. Like, I'll tell people, hey, we need to walk the walk, not just talk the talk. And when you working on a new network like this, people, it's a lot of personalities on the network. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been communicative towards them enough. I just decided, like, hey, they got a life to live on their own. Like, I don't have a life. They have lives. They have kids and stuff. I don't have kids, and I work out, and I come here and do this. So I said I decided to do it on my own. But if I just communicate with them, maybe they could do some more stuff, in the future and stuff like that. So got to do better with that. I'm not a good communicator at all. Maybe because I'm an introvert too, and yeah. So all right, guys, we're gonna get to the topics. Musk and Ramaswamy got getting backlash over the visa situation. And then is Russia responsible for that plane crash? And then Cenk trying to play Captain Save himself basically by saying it's a good thing he went on to what that thing America Fest, whatever the fuck it was. So all right, guys, I'm gonna get to the first video.
Here you go.
Oh boy. Sorry about that, guys. Technical difficulty. But oh boy. Trump supporters don't like this shit, man. Uh-oh. This is not what they want. Oh man, like, see, this is what I'm talking about. Like, I think this is what people need to understand, like, about these people. Like, these people are billionaires not because they work hard to get the shit. Like, I guess, not only like racism, apparently, visas, immigrants, right? Immigrants get visas. But like these billionaires use immigrants to do their labor for them. Like, you know that, right? Like, even Trump himself, like, immigrants, like, yes, immigrants work on his golf clubs and shit, resorts and his buildings and shit. Like, oh boy, see, this is happening when you in the cult. Like, you don't actually do your own research, and now this comes out, and Trump supporters losing their shit. It says Musk and Ramaswamy spar with Trump supporters over support for H-1B work visas. But listen to this shit right here. It says Doge directors say work visas secure high qualified foreign workers. Wow. So what the people from Norway, like Trump said, yeah, I remember that. Trump said Norway, we need to. I'm paraphrasing what he said, but he said we need those people, I guess, because they're white, and also too. But Trump's orange; he's not white, but I guess high qualified foreign workers. Like, okay, yeah, if that don't sound like some kind of racist energy, I don't know. Um, it says Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, the leaders of President-elect Donald Trump's new Doge, have found themselves at odds with some of Trump's far-right supporters over their support of H-1B visas, which allow foreign skilled professionals to work in the United States. Oh man, they having a problem over them. But a lot of people, I guess, they just don't get it. They said the debate was sparked over the Christmas holiday when Laura Loomer, a conservative social media figure who faced criticism when she traveled with Trump on some campaign stops, criticizing Trump's appointment of Silicon Valley entrepreneur Saram Krishnan as his senior policy advisor for artificial intelligence. Oh, wow. Criticizing a post from Krishnan where he advocated the removal of country gaps for green cards, Luma called the appointment deeply disturbing, prompting an online battle between the business leaders who say that work visas are essential to employing high qualified foreign workers and Trump supporters who argue it was a way for business leaders to have cheap labor rather than provide opportunities for Americans. To be honest with you, that's right there. It says Trump supporters who argue it was a way for business leaders to have cheap labor rather than job opportunities for Americans. Well, they're not wrong. This is why these billionaires are billionaires, because wow, damn fireworks. Sorry about that, y'all. Hate these people. Cheap labor. That's what it's about, baby. Cheap labor. That's the goal. That's what they want. Like Trump undercut his workers. He do. So yeah. I mean, like, see, they don't know that. So they think that Trump is on their side. Those immigrants are taking our jobs. When the truth is that Trump using those same immigrants that he said he's gonna deport, like, to work on his shit. But okay. It says both Ramaswamy and Musk have made numerous posts on X claiming H-1B visas are essential because American culture doesn't prioritize success in science and engineering careers compared to other countries. So basically, he's saying that, I guess, I'm going to read this. It says, our American culture has veneered mediocrity over excellence for way too long, since the 90s and likely longer. That doesn't start in college. It starts young, Ramaswamy says on X. A culture that celebrities, the prom queen over the math Olympiad champ, or the jock over the valedictorian, will not produce the best engineers, he added. Well, basically he's saying that we got lazy. Basically he's saying Americans have got too lazy, so we need basically to get high qualified, foreign workers from, I guess, Norway and other countries to come over and and work, and they can get undercutted by the billionaires, because that's what's going to happen. Like Elon Musk, I'm pretty sure Elon has these type of workers working on his Teslas and SpaceX and shit. He's undercutting them. Yeah. So yeah, like when he said a culture that celebrates the prom queen over the math Olympiad champ. Well, yeah, but eventually the math Olympiad champ or the valedictorian end up having, well, supposed to have high paying jobs, but not these days. But eh, I mean, my thing is you can be a prom queen and a engineer. I mean, like that's a smear, but let me continue. It says Musk, who has said he once worked in the United States on a H-1B visa, said he was dependent on these work visas for the operation of his tech companies and that they were essential due to his number of skilled workers needed to handle the vast new technologies. He said, of course, my companies and I will prefer hire Americans as we do, as that is much easier than going through the incredibly painful and slow work visa process, he posted. However, there is a dire shortage of extremely talented and motivated engineers in America. Luma and other far-right conservatives have also argued the expansions of such programs will go against Trump immigration crackdown. Well, let me say this. You know, when, people have a fear of going to college over student loan debt, yeah, of course. Like, to become an engineer, you have to spend a good bit of time in college. And nobody wants to be in student loan debt, Elon. Maybe if you have college for all, where people have a choice to go to college without fucking getting out of college, paying these debts that they're never going to pay off. Like, they're never going to pay these debts off. Like, and Joe Biden, he counseled student loan debt for a few thousand people, but still, like, 17 million people that still have student loan debt. Why you didn't counsel them? Like, you can, like, Joe Biden can literally cancel student loan debt with a pen. Like, any pen he use, he just sign it on the dotted line and it's over. But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, like, maybe it'll be more engineers in America if we had made college free for everyone. Like, we got public school for free. I mean, that's a stepping stone to go into college. So yeah, I want to hear it. And I'm pretty sure in those other countries, I'm pretty sure going to college is for free or it's for or it's inexpensive. So yeah, just miss me with that shit. It says, while she and others have accused Musk and Ramaswamy of hindering Trump's aggressive immigration proposals, the business leader had argued that any such reforms will not hinder the program's intensive vetting process. Maybe this is a painful clarification. I am referring to bringing in via legal immigration to the top 0.1% of engineering talent being essential for America to keep winning, Musk wrote on X. This is bringing the Jokic or the Wemby's of the world to help your whole team, which is mostly Americans, win the NBA, he said, referencing two foreign-born basketball stars. Well, I'm a sports guy, and basically he's saying that, hey, in order to win, you need to bring in some of that foreign talent, and those two players, Victor Wembanyama and Nikola Jokic, obviously, they're getting underpaid too because they make money for the beat. See, just same thing like what the engineers and study talking about. These NBA players, these NFL players, they put their bodies on the line every year for these billionaires, and they still get underpaid. Basically modern slave labor, to be honest with you. So yeah, miss me with that, Elon. I see what you're trying to say there. But again, like, the reason why foreign players are so good is because they have better, I say they more skilled. Like, they actually teach stuff. They teach fundamentals. They teach skills overseas. They teach you how to play defense. They teach you how to, footwork and all that stuff. So yeah, let me continue, man. Now, business leaders are being accused of using Trump for their own personal gain. Duh. Duh. Like, come on, bro. Like, y'all didn't know that? You think we are substituting a third world migrant invasion for a third world tech invasion? Same shit. Luma posted on X. Except this invasion won't be done by rapist foreigners who look and smell like garbage. Wow. Wow. Man, that's crazy. I could say fuck Israel, and that post get limited visibility, and a couple of them posts got taken down. But she could say call them rapists, and they smell like garbage, and I'm pretty sure this got thousands of likes. It will be done by career leftist tech billionaires who hate Trump deep down inside. She called them leftists. Oh God, man. Yeah, Laura Loomer's a racist ass coward. Further showing divide among conservatives over the issue. Former Republican presidential candidate Nikki Haley also weighed in, pushing back on a post from Ramaswamy and arguing American workers should be prioritized over foreigners. There's nothing wrong with American workers or American culture, she said. All you have to do is look at the border and see how many want what we have. What we should be investing and prioritizing American foreign workers. Well, that's cap because y'all not currently investing in workers. Y'all don't give a fuck about the American people. Y'all don't give a fuck. So why are you saying this? Like if y'all actually gave a fuck about the American workers, then American workers will have a living wage. They'll have health care. Like Brian Thompson would still be living to this day if we had Medicare for all. Child care, fucking high speed rail. Like, you know, you go in these big cities, man, it's a pain in the ass. You bumper to bumper traffic. Everybody like they going to the same place, and also polluting as well. Like climate change, like Joe Biden signing more oil permits than Donald Trump. Like it just like y'all don't give a fuck about us. Like, see, y'all motherfuckers got y'all bunkers and shit ready. Like what if it flood? Like, see, y'all don't know about that shit. See, when world go to hell in a handbasket, yeah, when it flood, what y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna be floating on top of the goddamn land, motherfucker. Shit. Yeah. You invest in American workers, not foreigners. Yeah. They bring these foreigners over here so they can pay them less and do the work for them. Let me see. Continue. Almost done here. In June, David Sachs, of course, being there, who will be President-elect's AI and crypto czar, interviewed Trump for his All-In podcast and asked Trump if he would expand H-1B work visa for tech workers after fixing the border. To which Trump said yes. Of course. In that same episode, Trump also promised to reward all international graduates with green cards. Said, "I want to do, and what I will do is you graduate from a college, I would think you should get automatically, as part of your diploma, a green card to be able to stay in the country. That includes junior colleges too." His campaign later walked back that promise, saying there will be a vetting process. Yeah. Talking on both sides of their goddamn mouth, man. Last part. He believes after such vetting has taken place, we ought to keep the most skilled graduates who can make significant contribution to America. Caroline Leavitt, incoming White House press secretary, said in a statement to ABC News at the time, "This will only apply to the most thoroughly vetted college graduates who will ever undercut American wages of workers. Who will never undercut American wages of workers." So yeah, y'all. They won't. Obviously, they won't I hate to say it like this, but they want the white, highly skilled foreigners. You know, brown people. Like, there's a lot of smart brown people that, you know. I mean, my thing is this. You can't say that you're gonna get the immigrants out and then come back and say, some of them we're gonna keep because you know they make us money. You know, they make us Project Pat said they get it green. You know, I mean, they want they get it green. Shit. So yeah, these motherfuckers are hypocrites. Like Trump supporters. I know y'all don't like my black ugly ass, but let me say this. Let me put the goddamn camera on me right quick. Y'all, Trump, Vivek Ramaswamy, Elon Musk are con artists. They don't give a fuck about you. Yeah, the Democrats don't either, but especially them, like, they say things to make you happy. Like, and then you become in a cult. Like, you're in a cult. Like, Trump is the establishment. Elon Musk is the establishment. Vivek is the establishment. They only want what's best for them. They don't give a fuck about you. I have to say that to them too, because I don't talk about Trump and stuff enough. But my God, man, like I know nobody don't give a fuck what I say, but hell, hopefully this video, in the future comes out, it blows up and people understand what I'm saying. Like they don't give a fuck about you. They only care about their profit. All right, guys. So now I'm gonna get to the next video. All right, guys. The next story, of course they're gonna blame Russia, right? Of course, it says Azerbaijan. If I'm saying it wrong, I apologize. I'm kind of slow in the head. Says plane hit by external interference over Russia before crash. So basically, before I read it, it says they basically I'm gonna play this video. It's 27 seconds. Let me see. Hope y'all can see that. I don't know. I think they dragging people out of the yeah, they're getting people out of the wreckage, man. Holy shit, look at that. Wow, man, that's crazy, bro. Them folks survived that plane crash. And then if you seen the plane crash on I seen it on Instagram, that damn thing hit. Yeah, look at the part. Yeah, the back part, the front part of it. So the people in the back survived. I'm pretty sure the pilots and stuff did. So unfortunate. And so Azerbaijan's transport minister said that the Azerbaijan Beijing airline plane that crashed on December the 25th was subject to external interference and damage inside out as it tried to land in Russia's southern republic of Chechnya. All the survivors, without exception, stated they heard 3 blast sounds when the aircraft was above Grozny, says Rashad Nevyev. The plane is thought to have come under fire from Russian air defense systems before being diverted across the Caspian Sea into Kazakhstan, where it crashed with the loss of 38 lives. The Kremlin has refused to comment, but the head of Russia's civil aviation agency said the situation in Grozny was very complicated at the time, and a closed skies protocol had been put in place. Well, if you think the pilots would know that some of the airspace is shut down, then why in the fuck would they? My thing is, why the fuck would why are you flying the closed airspace? Like it's closed for a reason. Oh man, like yeah, this sound kind of suspect here. I don't know. Let me see. It says Ukrainian combat drones were launching terrorist attacks on civilian infrastructure in the cities of Grozny and Vladigizhsky. Oh, I'm saying it wrong. Said Dmitry Yadrov, head of Rosa Viesta, in a video statement posted on Russia TASS news agency. Because of this, carpet plan was introduced in the area of Grozny Airport, providing the immediate departure of all aircraft from the specified area, he said. In addition, there was a dense fog in the area of the Grozny Airport. Later on Friday, White House spokesperson John Kirby told reporters that the U.S. has seen early indication that the plane may have been downed by Russian air defense, but declined a further comment. Washington Post reported Kirby had said in the indications the U.S. has seen went beyond the widely circulated photos of the damaged plane. Ukrainian presidential spokesperson Andriy Yermak said that Russia must be held responsible. Oh, of course they're gonna say Russia must be held responsible. Beijing Airlines said on Friday that the preliminary inquiry had both blamed physical and technical external interference without going into details. However, aviation experts and others in the Azerbaijan believe that the plane's GPS system was affected by electronic jamming and it was then damaged by shrapnel from Russian air defense blasts. The transport minister said investigators will now examine what kind of weapon, or rather what kind of rocket was used. My thing is this, again, like, I know I'm kind of repeating myself because, I gotta, oh god, yeah, I'm kind of weird, but usually when you in unauthorized airspace, they usually give you a warning, like, hey, you better get out of here quickly before we shoot this plane down. Like, I don't think Russia would just randomly, like, I'm not saying Russia isn't perfect. No country is perfect. I think Russia get, it's a lot of questions need to be answered. The government in Baku has far provided directly accusing Russia possibly to avoid antagonizing President Vladimir Putin. However, pro-government MP Rasim Majibivak was clear. The plane was shot down over Russian territory in the skies above Grozny, denying this is impossible. He told AFP news agency the plane had been damaged and the pilot had asked to make an emergency landing in Grozny instead of being directed to nearby airports. He said it was sent far away across Caspian Sea without GPS. That's interesting. Flight attendant Zafkir Asadov described the moments when the plane was hit by some kind of external strike over Chechnya. The impact of it caused panic inside. We try to calm them down, get them seated. At the moment, there was another strike, and my was injured. Veteran pilot, say that name, my God, man, told the media that shrapnel had damaged the hydraulics that controlled the plane. The missile itself did not hit the plane. It was shrapnel from the missile that struck. The missile exploded about 10 meters, 30 feet away from before reaching the plane. So it was something that hit the plane. Okay. The pilots of the Embraer 190 plane was credited with saving 29 of those on board by managing to land part of the plane despite themselves being killed in the crash. Yeah. Of course, I knew they got killed. The Kremlin has refused to comment on the increasing number of reports that make the Azerbaijan airline plane was hit by Russian air defense. An investigation into this aviation incident is underway, and until the conclusions are made as a result of the investigation, we do not consider ourselves entitled to give any assessments, said spokesperson Dmitry Peskov. Azerbaijan is looking for a Russian apology or at least an acknowledgement that the plane was hit by its air defenses in Grozny. According to figures close to the government of Baku, 4 years ago, Baku apologized and offered compensation when the Russian air defense Air Force Mi-24 helicopter was shot down at the end of the 2020 war in Nagorno-Karabakh. So yeah, y'all. That's it. They just telling you about the background of this shit. Yeah, man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. So they saying Russia. So basically, the plane apparently, I'm speculating. This is not fact. Was in, like, I guess unauthorized Russian airspace, and I guess Russia shot it twice, and then they tried to land the plane, make an emergency landing, but it didn't make it. I think it was short of the runway, I think, and it crashed. Y'all know what happened. So yeah, I'll keep y'all updated when we get more information about it, man. It's wow. I mean, and then they said he didn't have no GPS, but like that's what air traffic control for. Like, you got radar, you got stuff on the plane, so it's just a lot of stuff that need to be answered. Like, you know how the media is, like, kind of like anti-Russia, so they're gonna want to blame Russia, much as they possibly can. So, all right, guys, on to the next story. All right, guys, this story, another tragic, man. Oh boy, this is from Mundo Weiss, man. Sometimes you say, when is enough enough? Like, Joe Biden legacy is this. This is Joe Biden's legacy. Now, I'm gonna tweet this tomorrow morning. This is Joe Biden's legacy right here. Right here, yeah. What you see on your screen, that's his legacy. It says all contact lost with Kamal Adwan hospital staff and patients as Israel raised North Gaza hospital. So basically, yeah. It says, let's see. It says nearly 80 days of the doctors at Kamal Adwan hospital in Bet Lahia appealing for the international community to act as they refused to leave the hospital to ensure services would continue for those who needed them in the northern Gaza Strip in the face of an Israeli siege. And the Israeli army finally stormed the hospital at dawn on Friday. Since the raid began, contact with the medical teams and patients inside the staff has been cut off. Oh my God, man. More than 350 people were inside the hospital, including doctors, nurses, workers, patients, and some of their companions at the time of the attack. Their conditions and whereabouts are now unknown after the Israeli army stormed the hospital. Lord have mercy, man. Yeah, here's the tweet right here. I'm finna play this video. I'm finna play the video right here. So these are people leaving the hospital. Lord have mercy. Some of them injured. Lord have mercy. This is the last hospital in Gaza. 2 back yards. Wow, man. It says in a press conference held at Al Lahi Baptist Hospital, Mahir Shemia, the undersecretary of the Gaza Ministry of Health, said the ministry confirmed that the occupation forces burned the buildings of Kamal Al-One Hospital. So yeah, they destroyed the hospital. It says Kamal Al-One Hospital has been subject to the concentrated military campaign since dawn today, targeting everyone in it. About 350 people who were present there, including staff, patients, companions, civilians. A large number of patients who can walk, in addition to the medical staff inside the hospital, have been forced at gunpoint to leave the hospital, and the army takes them to an unknown location. Lord have mercy, man. I don't even want to know what they do to those people. Shamia reported 25 patients in moderate condition were forced at gunpoint to leave to the Indonesian hospital, which is out of service. So yeah, transfer them to a hospital that's not in service. Yeah, and people defending Israel. Like, if you defend Israel, man, you need to get the fuck out of my face. Oh man, these people, man. The ministry confirmed that the Israeli army burned and vandalized various buildings and apartments inside the hospital. The occupation forces burned buildings in Kamal One Hospital, including the engineering and maintenance building, the central laboratory, the operations department, the surgery department, and the entire hospital warehouses, in addition to destroying the electric generators, oxygen and water stations, and the kidney dialysis department. The fire is still burning, the Ministry of Health said. Since the beginning of October, the Israeli army has been carrying out ethnic cleansing campaign in North Gaza as part of the general's plan. Started in Jabalia, the army imposed a crippling siege aimed at starving residents out, which they are doing. That's why they destroyed the World Food Kitchen truck vehicles. They don't want them to get fed. Like right. The army imposed a crippling siege aimed at starving residents out while also intensifying its army attacks. Since then, the army has expanded the siege and attacks to all means in the north, such as the Beit Lahia and Beit Hanan, forcing people to go south towards Gaza City. It's estimated that the more than 200,000 inhabitants of northern Gaza that were present as of October this year, some thousands remain. Part of the army strategy to force people out of the north, residents say, by further crippling the already devastated healthcare system. So basically, they tell them to go south, then they go south, then they get bummed, then damn, what's that place? Rafah. Like, go to Rafah. Rafah supposed to be the safe zone, and Rafah's got a parking lot, and like they know what they're doing, man. Sharu Al Ratisi arrived at the Kamal One Hospital to the Baptist Hospital in Gaza City. Fatigue and terror were evident on her face, and her speech was faltering. We were surprised when the Israeli army surrounded the hospital and set fire to the archives department. Our Rantisi said the fire spread to the morgue. Then the army called the hospital director and told us that they will storm the hospital again to take us out in groups. A large number of people left the hospital, and we left. The women were separated from the men, and we were searched and forced to take off our clothes. Any women who refuse to take off our clothes were beaten. Oh, Lord mercy. Give me a Jesus Christ, man. Come on, bro. Take off. Wow. Women took off their clothes, and God knows when the hell happened. I don't really want to know. Beaten and insulted. Then, after they finished searching for us, forced us out to sit and wait for hours. They ordered us to walk until we left Bet Lahia. Our Rantisi also says that the army insulted and abused them. They confiscated our phones and took everything we were carrying. We left Beat Lahia with nothing. They did not respect the women, the patients, the doctors. They made fun of us and did not care about nothing. And then ain't these some of the same motherfuckers that said they got PTSD from running over Palestinians with bulldozers and shit? Y'all remember that story that came out on CNN? Like that disgusting ass, evil ass story. And these motherfuckers are some sick ass motherfuckers, man. You know, to do this shit, like Lord knows they did to the women. I ain't gonna even say it, man, on here, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Then, oh God, bro. Oh God, man. She said she does not know the fate of those who remain in the hospital, nor her colleagues from the medical staff or the patient. The Ministry of Health said in statements via telegram that several patients are at risk of death at any moment due to harsh conditions. Yeah, it's winter in Gaza. Then they had to tell them to take the clothes off, and it's cold as fuck. Oh my God, man. The ministry also confirmed that the hospital director received a direct threat from the Israeli army to arrest him. 3 public hospitals, the Beit Hanun Hospital, the Indonesian Hospital, and the Kamal at one hospital provided medical service in the northern Gaza Strip. After the destruction of our infrastructure, Beit Hanun Hospital was completely destroyed, and the Indonesian hospital became completely out of service. Kamal at one hospital is the only hospital that was partially operating due to lack of medical capabilities and supplies. Then it says, what's happening today is the occupation directing of the final blow to the remaining health system in northern Gaza. And this completely consistent with the general's plan to end the presence of the population in the northern Gaza Strip. Ministry of Health said on Telegram. Yesterday, the hospital director, Dr. Hassan Abu Safia, published a painful message describing the situation in Kamal at one hospital. Abu Safia wrote in the message, there are approximately 50 martyrs, including 3 medical staff, under the rubble of a building opposite the hospital after a bombing of warplanes, Lord mercy. It says, Abu Safia painted a horribly grim picture of the Israeli campaign to destroy the hospital, which in the process killed many who had stayed behind to make sure the medical facility would stay operational. Yeah. It says, I'm gonna read this and I'm done, man. Like, this is so depressing. Ahmad Samur, a pediatrician, was working at the hospital and went out to the tower where he lives with his family. Excuse me, y'all. Kind of tired, man, and depressed. The army bombed the tower. As for Saria, the lab technician, she went to bring food to her father and brother in the same building. When Faris, the maintenance technician, saw the scene, he rushed to try to provide assistance and rescue. Still, the planes targeted him as well, which led to the martyrdom of the 3, among with more than 50 of our staff under the rubble. Abu Safia described. So, yeah, guys, like, you know, yep, again, like, this is Joe Biden's legacy right here, man. This is legacy, like. And then Kyle Kalinske gonna say this guy was like, he's the best. What did Kyle Kalinske say? He's the best president of his lifetime or some shit. Well, if you say that and you read stories like this, well, Gaza has no more hospitals. They either bummed them to death or one of them is just out not in service. Yeah. So depressing, man. And I decided to do another story from Monday Weeks, man. This is wow. You know, people need to start talking about this more, man. A lot of people, even on Twitter, are slacking a little bit. Like, we need to start talking about what's happening in Gaza, man. Like, yeah, we get it. Luigi Mangione, you know, he made the news. You know, he did something that I would not do. I'm pretty sure you watching, the viewer, would not do either. Like, that's, you know, that's some rogue shit right there. You know, and what he did was base, but we need to start talking about Gaza some more, guys. man, you read stories like this, man, you can't help but to cry. Wow. This again from Mundo Weiss. Shout out to them. They do amazing work. And also to y'all, donate to them as well. They trying to stay on. Like, we need Mundo Weiss. I'd rather look at Mundo Weiss than fucking ABC News or CNN. So support them however you can. It says children are freezing to death in Gaza. Yeah, man, this is depressing. It says Muhammad walks through the corridors of Nasir Medical Complex in Khan Yunis carrying his 2-week infant daughter Celia. Celia is not alive, but unlike most children who have been killed in Gaza in the past year, Celia was neither struck by a bomb or a bullet. She froze to death. My God, man. Man, gee, man. Freezing to death, man. Oh, Joe Biden's legacy, boy, is a fucking, man. Fucking. Wow. On Thursday, December 26th, Al Fasia and his wife huddled together with their children in a tent in the Mawani area of the Gaza Strip. It was one of the coldest and most frigid nights they have seen thus this winter, with temperatures dropping around 8 degrees Celsius. 46 degrees Fahrenheit now. It don't seem cold, but 46 degrees with no proper gear on, yeah, it can, it does stuff to your body. And tarps of their tent doing little to protect them from the cold air. With Celia snuggled close to her mother's side, the family fell asleep. When they woke up to a nightmare. Celia woke up in the middle of the night, so her mother breastfed her. Then she went back to sleep. In the morning, her mother picked her up to breastfeed her again and found her frozen to death. My Jesus Christ. Lord have mercy, man. In the morning, her mother picked her up and found her her tongue sticking out of her mouth. She was biting it. The blood was dripping from her nose and mouth on her face. She immediately took her to a nearby UNRWA clinic, where they said her heart had stopped because of the cold. A distraught Fuchsia said. Cradling the cold body of his newborn baby, Al Fasia looks down at her and says, Look at how the blood is dripping from her nose. We sleep on the sand. The tent I live in is not suitable for living. Water drips on our heads. I cannot provide anything for my children because of the war. They are dying of cold, hunger, and fear. Our lives are tragic, and the war has destroyed us. Man. 4 children freeze to death in 72 hours. It says Celia was not the first child to die from the cold in the Gaza Strip. According to the Ministry of Health, she was the 4th child to die from the cold within 72 hours. Inside the hospital, Dr. Ahmad Farah, head of the pediatric department at Nasser Medical Complex, says Celia on the bed and explains the cause of her death. We are now facing one of the tragedies of the unjust war. This innocent child is 2 weeks old. She did not suffer from any disease. She was in good health. Her birth was natural, but due to severe cold intense, this led to a severe drop in her body temperature, which led to failure of this child's vital organs and her death. Dr. Al-Fawad said, yesterday 2 cases arrived with the same condition, one 3 days old and the other 29 days old. They died from the cold. Dr. Al-Fawad said, this is a stark example of the consequences of this unjust war on the people of Gaza, especially infants who cannot tolerate the low temperatures. The war must end and the families must return to their homes. This is unacceptable for children to live in tents out in the open, the doctor pleaded. Since Israel's genocidal assault on Gaza in October 2023, an estimated 1.9 Palestinians have been displaced, according to the UN, with the vast majority in the south in makeshift shelters and tents. Some estimates say that before the winter season began this year, there were about 135,000 tents being used as shelter in Gaza. Dr. Al-Farah noted the difficult conditions being faced by children and mothers across the Gaza Strip. Not only children's bodies naturally unable to sustain exposure to the elements such as extreme cold, but mothers are struggling to breastfeed their children due to their own malnutrition, which makes sense. Like, they're not eating much or little at all, while formless and in scarce supply due to Israel siege, and also too in Gaza. Like inflation is a motherfucker. Like a pack of eggs is what, like $20 some. Like yeah, it's yeah, man, it's daunting. He turned blue from the cold. Inside the pediatric department at Nasir Medical Complex, dozens of children have arrived at the hospital with apparent symptoms of hypothermia. The halls are buzzed with distraught mothers hearing the news of their children dying from the cold, fearing that their children would be next. Dr. Fida Al-Nadi, a pediatrician at the medical complex, says that in recent days they have witnessed a significant increase in hospital admissions due to hypothermia and other symptoms due to cold weather. We now have this child, Rolla, who is 9 days old, who suffers from many heart and liver problems and many other issues. Rolla had been admitted to the hospital more than once due to recurring infection and hypothermia. This child needs to live in conditions suitable for a child with these problems or in general. Living in a tent is unsuitable for these cold conditions, said Al-Nadi. Now I'm going to stop right here. It said these cold conditions result in repeated hospital admissions due to hypothermia, and recently deaths have been arriving at the hospital due to hypothermia due to lack of blankets, heating, and electricity, he continued. Yeah, living in a tent where you know it's cold. You have no heating system in the tent, and if you have a heating system, most likely the tent will catch on fire. So why would you do that? They have no adequate cover, they can't cover themselves up, probably have no coats and stuff like that. Like it's just, and these babies, man, adult can kind of handle 46-degree weather. Like to us, it's cold, it's nippy, but a little baby that's a few days old, man. And Joe Biden them still giving money to Israel, man, to continue making these kids suffer. Donald Trump gonna do the same thing. I hate when people say that Donald Trump will make the genocide worse. I'm like, the genocide, what more would you get Trump do? Israel got all the money they need to continue this suffering. It's like shooting somebody, just keep shooting them, and somebody will shoot them more in the back, So yeah, man. Yeah, man, I'm sorry for these two sad stories, y'all, but we need to start talking about Gaza more, man. We need to, man. People need to know about this. There's still a lot of people that don't know about this, and everybody should know what's going on. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna get to the last story of the day. All right, guys, last story. I'm gonna talk about Cenk Uygur. Last episode, which was yesterday. Last live stream, I meant to say, I showed when he went there and basically just we don't get along. Instead of saying that Republicans are the establishment too, saying Donald Trump is the establishment, he call out everybody else, but yeah, Cenk's right wing pivot and him trying to clarify things is not working. TYT is still hemorrhaging subscribers at this point. If you lose 10,000 subscribers and you got 6 million subscribers, that ain't shit. But if you start losing 30,000 subscribers, people are flooding out of TYT, man. And even the other ones like David Packman's and a few other people, people are waking up, man. And people are flocking to the ATP network. They flocking to RBN. They flocking to Savvy Sabs, especially. They flocking to people that won't bullshit though. Like I said, what Jake will do, once he realized that the MAGA pivot don't work, he gonna do the same shit he did in 2024. Tell you to vote for whoever fucking, what he said, establishment Democrat that they gonna put out there. So yeah, y'all, I'm finna play this video and hear Cenk's bullshit rhetoric, reasoning on why he did what he did. Here we go.
So Cenk, you're facing some heat. You went to the Turning Point event over the weekend. Charlie Kirk was there. You got a standing ovation, which is a little weird, but we're going to go through some of the things that you found agreement with him on, and then some of the criticisms for even going and why, things that were said. So let's start with the moments where you were able to find common ground, and then from there, why the crowd was clearly picking up in some parts what you're putting down, and others where you found a little opposition. So let's take a look at this first. First of all, the crowd, which of course was overwhelmingly right wing, I said gave you a standing ovation. Look at that. You got borderline pyro.
I mean, yeah, of course they're gonna be right wing. Like it's a right wing event. Oh goodness gracious. Okay.
Technics here, Cenk.
Wow. Pyrotechnics for everybody.
This is probably a warmer welcome than you might have expected if someone told you were going to be doing this a year ago.
Yeah, no, I mean a year ago, 3 months ago. So if you said to me, in fact, I did a video that is behind the scenes where I said, look, when I was running in the primary, and we went to Phoenix to collect signatures, and we couldn't make it. We didn't get enough signatures, and it was kind of a low point for us in Phoenix. And if you told me at that point you're going to come back here, less than a year from now, and you're going to have fought super hard against Donald Trump, you're going to have done this Trump madness thing where you talk about his worst lies, where you've attacked him 1,000 different ways, and then after the election, after he wins, you're going to go to Turning Point USA thing, and they're going to give you a standing ovation. I would have said you're nuts. That's not even. I don't.
I mean, like, wow. I mean, the only reason why you, Cenk, the only reason you was at Turning Point USA staying is because they want the only reason why they wanted you there is just to shit on Democrats, dude. Like that, like they know your grip. They know what you do. Like you ain't there because they like you, Cenk. They don't like you, bro. They like your rhetoric. They don't like they don't like you. You know the fuck, people on the right be saying. Like, this guy is so fucking delusional. Like,
in what world is that possible? So yes, I'm surprised by it.
Yeah. So there were some moments where you were able to find common enemies with them. Let's take a look.
What do you guys think of Mitch McConnell?
All right. Yeah. What do you guys think about Dick Cheney?
Common ground. Let's take a look.
The problem is the establishment. They are controlled by the donor class, and mainstream media is their marketing arm. They do not do news, they do propaganda.
Now, my thing is, if you say both Democrats and Republicans are the establishment and they're controlled by billionaires and corporations, then that'd be base. Both sides are fucked up. But the problem is, again, is when he's just saying, like, basically he's pointing to the Democrats, just Democrats. Like, yeah, buddy, like.
You came on the Young Turks at the RNC. And, we started talking about banning private equity from buying residential real estate.
Which I totally agree with. That the young people in this audience should not have to compete against BlackRock to be able to own a home. Do you guys agree?
Higher wages for Americans, time off for moms after they have a baby, anti-corruption,
totally agree with
anti-war. The reason
audit the Pentagon.
Oh yes, make sure the generals cannot work for the military-industrial complex afterwards, and free Edward Snowden.
I agree.
You're welcome.
Okay, well, here's the thing. I want to point, so I think you look at that clip. I think anybody can watch that clip, and if they are well-meaning, okay, well, there's nothing.
Well, Cenk, I think a lot of people, like, they ain't got to be right-wing to agree with, like, what you said. Like obviously, you want that stuff, but the problem is that what you should say is Republicans are keeping you from getting that stuff, too. See what I'm saying? Like, yeah, the Democrats are, like, but the Republicans are, too. Sorry, y'all, my ring light went out, so I look kind of ugly in the face, more uglier, so I apologize for that.
Nothing objectionable in that. In what you said.
Yes.
People will have an issue with you being next to Charlie Kirk at a Turning Point event. So I want to get into that too, but I think how people represented this over the weekend was unfair. Because I saw people who are known for posting video clips post screenshots randomly today. I'm just taking the video day off because I don't want to post anything of what you said. So let's
because what I said was really progressive and populist.
So Anyway, but I do think there's something I wanted to bring up from our conversation on Friday. We didn't get into it. Now, you and I might not totally align on this strategy, but of course I see what you see in the utility of doing it. But one thing I wanted to get into was where do they go from here? So simply, if people tune into the Young Turks, which some people I think unfairly criticize this whole strategy for being the ultimate goal. How do you take these people who are right-wing populists and filter them into something that has an organizing capacity, that puts them to work to try to build toward these policy goals in a space that isn't under the umbrella of I would argue, hollow right-wing populists that often scapegoats marginalized groups? So what is the organizing and apparatus solution for these folks?
So let's break it down one by one. So first of all, I get why people are concerned. So I don't want people to misunderstand that, because normally the pattern is.
No, the problem is, Cenk, is that you told people time and time again that we should not talk to not me, but tell your audience that you should not talk to right wingers because, you know, they are lost cause and all that other shit, and now you doing the exact opposite. Like, there's nothing wrong with talking to people you disagree with. That's not the problem. Problem is that you say one thing 1 minute, the next minute you doing the exact thing you say you people shouldn't do. So see what I'm saying? Like the hypocrisy. And also too, you grifting too. Like, let's just keep it 100. Like you pivoting for yeah. Come on now. Like, nobody's stupid here.
You go to one event and then, you agree with, the normal pattern is they agree with the right-wing position, right? And then they agree with a second right-wing position and then all the right-wing positions. And then they do the classic, see, even this liberal or progressive agrees with us. But wait a minute, they didn't keep any of their progressive positions. So of course they agree with you because they flipped. But not only did I not flip any of my positions, but the right-wing knows that. I've now said it on so many right-wing shows that by the time I came in, they already know I'm a left-wing populist and I haven't changed any of my positions. So guys, it has to matter if they've come to us instead of us going to them. So when the classic,
But you going to them though. You going to these right-wing podcasts. They're not coming on your show. I mean, a couple, but not as many podcasts you went on. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Boy, if this is your way of trying to clean up your bullshit, this is not good, man. And I can't, after I get done watching part of this, I'm not gonna watch the whole thing due to time. I can't wait to see the comments, man. I'm pretty sure they roasting this guy.
Dave Rubin maneuver where he goes to Tucker Carlson and goes, oh my God, the real problem with the forest fires is not climate change. Let's protect the oil companies. It's that the California allowed gay people to become firefighters. They're using Dave to do that because Dave is gay, so that he attacks based on identity politics and agrees with their absurd point. It has nothing to do with gay fire.
But Cenk, you can say the same thing about you. Like, you willing to call out, go on these right-wing panels and shows, calling out only the Democrats when you should call out both parties. Like, if you do that, then yeah, that makes sense. But you're not doing that. Like, people see what the fuck you doing. Like, people ain't unsubscribing from your channel just to unsubscribe, man. Like, Jesus Christ.
Firefighters, it has to do with climate change, right? But I don't do any of that. And so this leads to the second point, Jordan. So this is like, once you get past the thing of like, if you talk to them, I think you're gonna go pull the entire Dave Rubin and wind up as a sellout, etc. Okay, that's fine. I get the concern, but you have to actually see, did I do that or did I not do that? Okay, so that's point one. Point two is, okay, are they coming to us or are we going to them? So let me ask the folks that are left wing in the audience, and like, have we always been anti-war or have we been pro-war? We've been anti-war, right? So when they take wildly cheer an anti-war position, that cannot be a bad thing. We'll talk about the next step in a second, okay? But they came to us on anti-war. They came to us on anti-Mitch McConnell, anti-Dick Cheney.
Cenk, the reason why they anti-Mitch McConnell, anti-Mitch McConnell, anti-Dick Cheney is because they don't like Donald Trump. If they like Donald Trump, they'll get an admiration. Oh, oh my God. Cenk is so blind, God. He's so blind. I can't believe I used to listen to this motherfucker, man. Like, wow. Like, let me continue, man.
Did you hear Charlie Kirk there say, oh, mom should get time off? Paid family leave. They're coming to us on paid family.
He didn't say nothing. He just said, audit the Pentagon. He didn't say nothing. What are you talking about? I see Charlie Kirk, he like, I don't know about that. Okay.
They're coming to us on BlackRock is bad and should not be able to buy residential homes. Look, the reason why I'm more open to it is because about a year ago, I started going on these right-wing shows.
But Cenk, one thing that's crazy about all this shit, yeah, it's people on the right and it's people on the far left and liberals. Like, a lot of us agree on basic shit. Like, everybody should have a house. Everybody should have health care. Wars are bad. Like, yeah, like, don't matter what side. Like, it's just common fucking sense. You see what I'm saying? Like, you acting like it's a phenomenon. Like, oh my God, the right agree with the left. Oh, not war bad. Like, what? Yeah, like this is something new. Like, what the fuck, bro?
And what I started hearing was surprising and then shocking to me. Even if they're faking it, guys, the very fact that all their hosts are saying, oh, we can't let the bankers buy up our homes, which is a fundamentally progressive position, is an incredible turn of events. If you say, oh, that's no different than before, well, you're just.
Well, when you see that you can't afford a home on your $70,000-$80,000 salary, yeah, no matter what political spectrum I'm on, I'll say, yeah, these fucking bankers gotta go. Like, it don't matter. Like a lot of things ain't even like left or right issues. It's just fucking human decency, common sense type shit, in my opinion. Like, come on, man.
Just wrong. You're factually, empirically wrong. I've been on those shows. I've debated those guys for 25 years. They never said they hated Mitch McConnell until about 4 years ago. They never said that they hated Dick Cheney.
Yeah, because both of them been critical on Trump.
I mean, my God, I had nuclear brawls with them over Dick Cheney, right? They never said that they were in favor of paid family leave. All these things are new. When I was talking to the guys that were on the ground floor after I did the speech, I talked to 100 MAGA guys or whatever. There's a right-wing socialist. There was all these people that I'm like, I didn't know that was even a thing, right? So this base is different than it used to be. Now, I get it. People are super skeptical and again, for good reason, because in the past, it's not like Trump didn't have a first term, he did. And in that first term, he was a fake populist. And that's why all the way through this election, I said he's a fake.
He's still a fake populist.
Don't buy into it, right? And so far, has Trump done anything that's actually populist? No, he hasn't, right? So the proof is always in the pudding. But when they start to say,
but you gotta ask yourself, like, you calling some of those people populists, but they voted for Trump anyway, which you just said that Trump is not a populist. Like, make it make sense. Like, well, I mean, my thing is, if they to the left of Trump, I guess, then why do they vote for him? Like, you gotta ask yourself those questions. Damn it, it's like got me looking ugly in a motherfucker. Holy shit. Like one of those pictures you take in jail or some shit.
Say things like, you're right. You shouldn't say to them, fascist. You should say, oh, I'll take the win. You said yes to what we want. I mean, it's unbelievable that I have to try to convince the left to say yes when the other side is agreeing. And now, one thing is their leaders, the other thing is the people in the audience, right? And those people in the audience aren't lying, okay? So for people that you think like that the average guy that's going, yeah, no war, is secretly like nudging his friend and going, oh, we're gonna be pro-war, right? Well, let's trick this one leftist up. We love war, but let's pretend to be anti-war. Yay, anti-war. No, they're real people. They're not faking it, right? And the fact that his base is some of those things is amazing and great. Okay, now finally, yes, but are they actually going to do any of those things? I don't know, guys. Okay, you think I don't control Elon Musk, I don't control Donald Trump. But so I'm not guaranteeing that their leaders are going to do paid family leave and cutting the Pentagon and all.
No, they're not gonna do none of that shit. Dude, I don't know what the fuck. This guy, man, Cenk, man, Cenk sounds so stupid.
All these things, and they have a terrible track record. But Trump does respond to his base. And you all know the Democrats never respond to their base. So if his base is pushing him to be anti-war, there's some percentage chance that he will be anti-war. But even if he isn't, now that we've had this conversation on a national level over and over and over again, if he says, oh, Israel's going to bomb Iran and start a giant war, well, here's 30 billion to do that, 50 billion to do that. Here's our fighter jets and our aircraft carriers so you can fight this war with our military. Okay, this will be a good litmus test because that's Israel's going to start some war and they're going to want to make us pay for it 100%. We all know that. Left knows that, right knows that. Every sane person knows that. So that's going to be where the rubber hits the road because I know Trump, he will do what the Adelsons ordered him to do. And he will say, yes, Israel, here's all the money in the world, kill them, bomb them, etc. And when he does that, does the base go, oh, we meant pro-war. Yay, pro-war. We never meant it. As long as Israel's doing it, here, take all of our money, kill anyone you like. Or do they go, no, we ran a whole campaign on anti-war. What the hell are you doing? And do they rebel? I don't know the answer to that, but I now know that there is a chance that they will rebel. And I know that's why
I think they're gonna rebel. Oh God, Jesus. Why do I talk about TYT for? Like, I'm not doing it. I'm not Vanguard. I'm not trying to do it for the views. You know, when you talk about stuff like this, it's an algorithm. It pushes you out there. But goddamn, Cenk. Man, Cenk just think because a couple of right wingers agree with the fuck he say on common sense shit, he think they just gonna change overnight. Dude. You know these people still think Trump is a populist though. Like your job, you failed as a political commentator, Cenk. You failed, my guy. You failed. What you should have did when you have a chance to go on right wing media, which I don't mind. Like I'm not mad at him going on there. Just the thing is that if you're gonna go up there just to talk about one side, not the other, then you just what the fuck? That's why people say you pivoting to the right. And you trying to appease them. But by saying Democrats are this or that, instead of saying Donald Trump is not a populist, Donald Trump is for war, Donald Trump is the establishment. You ain't saying that. Oh God, bro.
I lose a lot of you. I know they go, no way, they're never gonna rebel. Everyone on the right wing is crazy. But then lastly on that, Jordan, look, this idea of talking to them or not talking to them. I've now heard countless people say you cannot ever talk to them because they're all racist, fascist, et cetera, right? 70.
That's what the fuck you said, fool. You said what you said. Dude, you said that. You said, don't talk to these people, the MAGA because they are racist, fascist, sexist. Yep, that's what you said, Cenk. Man, I need to pull up some tapes, boy. I need to pull up some tapes. Oh, you said that out his mouth. Now he said, oh no, that's not true. Oh no, we need to talk to him. You know, even people on the left said, yeah, we need to build some kind of, like, a lot of these people have the same common problems we have, like no health care, shitty ass jobs, other shit, you know, but, jeez, man.
7 million Americans voted for Donald Trump. If you think they're all fascists and they're all racist, you're in a bubble and you don't realize it.
I said that. Like, this motherfucker's dealing with the fuck I said. I said that before. I said, not all Trump supporters are racist. Some people vote for Trump because Joe Biden didn't do jack shit on improving their lives economic-wise. Like, number one issue is the economy, unfortunately. I wish it was Gaza. Which Gaza was 1A, 1B, but it's economy, and then I think it's Gaza. But, Gaza number 2, but yeah. Boy. boy. Cenk think he cooking with this. Like, you can tell people think they think they got people, but really they just making their case worse.
That's a crazy thing to think.
That was the consensus position after 2016 too, when you saw mainstream media summarily dismiss the Rust Belt and
mainstream media and TYT,
post-industrial America, as racist and sexist and fascist because they voted for Trump, while ignoring that Hillary Clinton was bad on trade. And also, like, I'm from Youngstown. I'm from the Rust Belt. And I know that people there have seen their jobs disappear, a city shrink, people fall into bankruptcy, and they know that NAFTA was a big part of it. And you would point that out, or I would see people talk about it, and you have elite reporters dismiss the idea that somebody in Gary, Indiana, or Youngstown, Ohio, or Flint, Michigan would know what NAFTA is or the effects. No, these people are just as smart as you and me. These people are working there. Many of them are in unions or work in GM plants. They know what NAFTA is, and they know how it's decimated the workforce. And when Hillary is linked to that through her husband and was pushing things like TPP, to summarily dismiss all of them is ignorance on the media's part.
Yeah, and the Republicans were smart enough to be fake populists. Our side was like, establishment, rah, rah, rah. And that is a deeply unpopular position. Wouldn't it be amazing if we ran a real populist on the left? And because that would win an election. And so, and look, you put folks to the test. So these folks all say that they have these positions. I'm telling you, as far as their voters are concerned, I believe that they do have those positions. And I think, almost the entirety of the rest of the left is saying, no, we believe their voters are liars. We believe their voters are bad people, and that you're a dupe, and you got, and you got.
I mean, I'm in it there, but my thing is this: it's like, who's saying that? I'm not saying that. I never said that. I'm on the left. I never said that. Some of them probably are scumbags, racists, Nazis, Zionists. Fuck them. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about people that voted, that got duped to voting for Trump, or got duped to voting for Kamala Harris. Those people, the people we need to get. But you doing it wrong, Cenk. You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong, man. That's why people eating you alive, man. That's why TYT is dying. It's dying. Like, all these big left independent media shows, bread tubers are dying because they are leading their people down a bad path, man. A path to just, settle for less. Sometimes, doing the route that we taking is, building common ground, building community it's hard. It's a lot of egos. But you gotta surpass all that shit. And there's a lot of personalities too. Ain't gonna forget about that. But you gotta look over that shit. You gotta see what the end goal is. All right, y'all. Now I'm finna read the comments, man. I'm pretty sure they eating his ass alive. Make this. Yeah. I'm finna read the comments of this shit, bro. Oh boy. It says. Oh, this one says, Cenk just another scumbag sellout who loves money. Ever since he entered politics, he became another sellout. I stopped watching TYT. They all sold out. Damn, son. This was 23 minutes ago. He's still getting comments. Another guy says, for your line about Democratic members of Congress suck in that applause if you attend a vegan convention, then say that meat sucks. You can't point to the crowd's cheer as validation for your opinion. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, you call out one thing, don't call out the other. Republicans in that room were not populists. That's why they were in that room. I understand if that you want to go into the lion's den, but you represent a version of Democrats that was submissive and self-depreciative. It was a disappointment to watch and reminded me of Monty Joe's run to Kiss the Ring. Yep, that's true. Let me read some more. It said, you said Trump will get money out of politics, and no way the Dems will change anything. Seems like a double standard. Saying watch out for the donors is not a honest critique of the right, like you've been doing from the left. True, man. Let me see. This person says, absolute embarrassing, Cenk. I recommend you watch Secular Talks breakdown of the embarrassing appearance. Yeah, Kyle Kalinske, he ripped them into a new one, man. Crazy. Then this person said, Kirk is a racist. He literally said blacks are unqualified if he sees a white pilot. He feels confident if a black pilot, he's scared. Yeah, like I didn't know that, but if that's true what he said, then yeah, fuck Charlie Kirk, man. Like I ain't got time for racist, Zionists, and Nazis. Like, I again, like I said, I'll talk to a right winger, but if they're racist, well, they're racist, they ain't gonna talk to my ass anyway. But I'm just saying, like, yeah, if you racist, Zionist, Nazi, fuck you. This person, wow, Propon Life says, well, I have subbed your channel since 2008-9. I guess this is where we part ways. Damn, son. Welcome to council culture, Cenk. Damn. Let me see. Charlie Kirk isn't a Nazi. Put some respect on the word. Ooh. You held his little Nazi hand. Yeah, people calling Charlie Kirk a damn Nazi. Damn. Now they said you guys have lost 50,000 subscribers since your pivot on a platform where it's really hard to lose subscribers. Your views are down 30% from the last time this year and the year before. There are nearly as many dislikes to like in this video. It's not the radical left that you're abandoning. It's your most loyal supporters. Damn, son. Cenk is preaching, not my we should all be thanking him because he know the best. Well, that's a good comment, I guess. But wow, one good comment after what 100. This person right here says Cenk has a huge heart for Dave Rubin. Get over it and move on. Oh man, Cenk still got some people that like him. That it's all right. It's all right. Give him admiration. Somebody said we as Republicans don't hate anymore. Yeah. So yeah, and I see some good comments now. This show is becoming conservative media shameful. Wow. Let me see one more, and then I'm unsubscribing from TYT. Cenk is losing his damn mind. Wow. So yeah, man, Cenk, you damn folk calling you a sellout. They saying you shaking hands with a Nazi and a racist, and yeah, that doesn't look good, man. Like, if Charlie Kirk, I don't know these people, man. I don't watch Charlie Kirk. Like, see, that's one thing about me and another person I know. We both have the same like thinking. Like, I don't watch right wing media, so why would I constantly shit on them? I watch things that I'm kind of interested in, like, but I watch communist media like RBN. I watch things like that, Marxist, communist. I listen to a lot of audio books, stuff like that. So yeah, Cenk, man, I wouldn't be surprised by the end by what? How many days left? 4 days left. I wasn't surprised TYT down to under 6 million subscribers, man. Like this shit isn't getting better for them. Like Cenk might not be the smartest guy ever. Like, you have an audience that's liberals and some progressives, whatever you call them. Like, by going to the right, like the pivot to the appeasing the right wing people, that's gonna piss them off, right? See, most of them are looking at it as like you're selling out, which you are selling out because that's why selling out and grifting is the same thing. Like, you are a grifter and you are selling out, but I'm looking at it from like, hey, you criticize the Democrats, but you don't criticize the Republicans. See, I side different. They looking at it as like, hey, enjoyed it. Sorry for the lag. I got fiber internet and I'm still having like lag issues from time to time. Maybe I need to move my computer close to my router or some shit. Might move in a different part of the house because I don't kind of like this background anyway. I like the Martin Luther King picture right there, but yeah. All right, guys, that's the show. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to give this video a like before on your way out, and also too, y'all, like, man, man, if y'all religious, man, pray for me, man. People, man, are so evil, man. Like people, like I get it. People got issues, but sometimes people let their issues control them, and that's not good. So, all right, guys, have a good one. Have a good Friday night. I'll see you guys next week. I won't be uploading any videos this weekend. I'll upload clips, a lot of clips. So look out for that if you're on YouTube and Rumble. And have a good weekend, guys. And happy early New Year. Hopefully Tuesday night I'll do a New Year's Eve extravaganza. So have a good one, guys.